Hello, good morning and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Natasha. I'm 29, living in London in the UK, and I post daily videos talking about whatever comes to my mind. Completely authentic. I'm completely speaking from the heart in everything I say. I'm not going to hold back on my thoughts, and it could be a little bit unhinged. So yeah, just bear that in mind, that I don't mean to offend anyone. I'm just talking about my perspective and my experience on things, in the hope that if anyone's going through the same, they might relate and feel a little bit less alone. And also maybe drop your experience in the comments as well, because I just love to hear people's opinions. Okay, so today I'm talking about money anxiety and my relationship with money, and how it's actually got a lot better over the years, the things I've learned and the mistakes I've made. So I think I'll start with when I was younger. My parents didn't have much money and we did struggle a lot. And I think that has embedded limiting beliefs inside my head, and has put some energetic blocks up for me, where I find it hard to receive, because we lived in like scarcity and worry and fear about not having enough money. From a working class family, always had a home and clothes, and yeah, that brings me to my next point. As a Christian, I am not materialistic, but I do believe that God wants to provide for us, and He wants us to live really rich lives. I'm so sure of that. And I just had this oh my god, verse from the Bible, Philippians 4:19. He created the universe and gives food to every living thing, including you and me. He provides food for the animals. He will not allow us to go without. So whenever I'm feeling fearful about money, God has never failed me yet. I've never been without food or a shelter, so I cannot complain. And although I can manifest very good, I decided to stop manifesting and leave things more to the universe. I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, so yeah, my first encounter with debt was as soon as I turned 18, I wanted a credit card. So I went to the bank, Internet West, arranged an appointment with them. And I remember I sat in a room and I said, I need £10,000. And they said, why? And I said, because I need clothes for my holiday. They literally laughed at me. I went home and told my parents I was really upset, and they were like, you're ridiculous. So then, as the strong-willed, determined person I was, I got a catalogue loan, and I did take out almost £10,000 worth. I think it was La Redette or some kind of catalogue that's for some reason allowed me to take £10,000 out in clothes. And that was for my Ibiza season. So I had all brand new clothes for that. And then, when I arrived there, I was in debt. And then when whilst I was there, I got in even more debt by using payday loans and just generally ran out of money. I couldn't afford to eat there, but at one point, so I do know what it feels like to starve. I think I had like maybe less than a baguette a day, like the 30-cent baguettes. Some days not even that, because my dad tried to teach me a lesson by saying he'll only pay for my flight back home in 2 weeks' time so that I can go hungry and learn to not get that broke again. And even though it was like a tough love move, it really did help me, even though I hated him at the time. I really admire that he did that, because it must have been hard for a parent. For your children, you just want to give them everything, right? And he definitely could have given me the money, but he decided to teach me a lesson from it, which I'm very, very grateful for. and I'm very independent now, and I've lived in London for 8 years, and I've never had to ask anyone for anything in those 8 years. At some points I've had to work 3 jobs at a time and do things that I didn't want to do. Like recently I was fired from my corporate job, and I am now working as a waitress and doing cleaning jobs, and my hands are, can you see, my hands are like really dry, and they're probably gonna start bleeding if I continue doing this kind of work. But I do what I have to do to look after myself and my needs. And what I have learned, I'm just gonna turn the washing machine off, bear with me, because that annoys the hell out of me. Okay, sorry about that. The autism in me, if a beeping washing machine drives me insane. But I can happily listen to techno music blaring from a speaker for 10 hours, so welcome to my life. So yeah, I've always been very independent, although I have fallen into debt, and I do have ADHD, which I think is related to bad spending habits, which I've had over the years. And I've definitely had this mindset of living for the moment, especially throughout my early 20s. It was like, oh, I'm just living for the moment, and God will always provide, the universe will always provide, money comes and goes, and not worrying about getting into debt. But it's taken me years to build up my credit rating and you know, like heal a lot of issues that I've had around money. So while I was in this, in my early 20s, in a very materialistic spending stage where I just wanted to go out, get drunk, buy clothes, be cool. You know, I was at uni and living in Ibiza and just wanted to enjoy myself, and I wasn't thinking about the future at all. But God, do I wish I did. Do I wish I did? No, I don't regret it. I had so much fun, and I'll carry those memories forever. I'm so glad I did that, because I'm not even 30. I've got plenty of time. I've started saving in the last year, and for the first time ever, and that's because I really worked on healing some issues, and I can go into how I did that in a minute. But in my early 20s, I had a sugar daddy. I had multiple jobs. I lived with my sugar daddy for 2 years, and he, you know, he paid for all of my food and rent. I lived rent free in Mayfair in Berkeley Square. That was a miracle. I manifested that hard. I manifested him, I manifested the flat, but it didn't make me happy. It made me actually really, really depressed. And he was very narcissistic and abusive. So I definitely, probably all the money spent on me, I've spent on therapy. So, you know, I feel like if we take money out of ill-moraled means, it always gets taken from us. So I think when you make your own money by genuinely providing a service and being of service, that's money that you keep and save. I'm talking energetically and spiritually. Sorry if you're not spiritual and don't understand what I'm talking about, but I think money is definitely energetic. And say, for example, if you stole something or you scammed somebody, I believe that you might be rich for a little while, but that will get taken off you at some point, and probably even more, and you'll end up in a bad place, where it's better to struggle for a little bit and make money in honest ways, and then you'll be blessed with opportunities to make money in fun ways and more money. And that's what I found in my life, that just by becoming a better, more honest person and healing my issues and strengthening my skills has allowed me to be more secure in my spending. And another thing that's really helped me to not be in debt, to stay out of debt, to keep my credit score is at the highest now, and I've been able to save over the last year. Because I've been unemployed for a month, I need to dip into my savings soon, which is really giving me so much anxiety right now. I don't want to do it, but I'm going on a ski trip next week, and I don't want to not enjoy my holiday by being like really super tight. I want to enjoy it, but I always make money mistakes, and I don't want to blame ADHD. I'm very scatty. Like this morning, I ordered some really cute tops off Urban Outfitters, and I was supposed to click next day delivery because I'm going on holiday in a few days. But because I was rushing, I booked standard delivery, so they're not going to be here on time. So I'm either going to have to order them again and then be like even less money in my bank, even closer to dipping into my savings, which gives me anxiety, or I just hope that the universe provides those tops. But I really need those tops because I don't have any tops to really wear in the chalet. But I don't need them. So do you know what? I'll probably just let that go. Let it go. If they don't come, I'll wear what I've got. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not about what we wear. It's not about how we look. It's about enjoying being with each other anyway. So that's fine by me. Yeah, so I have also, I say suffered with alcoholism. Yeah, I have suffered with alcoholism. I'm 18 months sober, thank God. But workaholism, yeah, it's just another addiction. And it's so harmful because from the minute I wake up, I need to be doing something, whether that's working on my business, the Ivy Society, or working my recovery program, or applying for jobs. I'm always applying for jobs no matter what, because I always want to make more money or learn something new or build on my skills, or just like checking my bank, trying to get more work. It's constant and it doesn't stop until I'm burnt out, and then I'm ill, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I shouldn't work that much because I really, really, really want to be financially independent to the point that I don't have to work a 9-to-5 or any kind of job. I want to work, but I don't want to work for corporations because I just find it a bit depressing. I want time to spend with my family. I'm just so grateful that I feel like the next few decades of my life are where I've really got the energy and the health, as long as I keep myself in good health, to really enjoy my life. I want to have the finances to really enjoy and spend time with family and friends, and that's where I'm at in my life. And I'd really like a family, and obviously you need finances for that. But again, I trust that God provides. So if I do ever get pregnant, I'm gonna trust and do my best. So yeah, I've never not had a job, even though I was unemployed for a month recently, which was the first time ever. I was still doing cleaning jobs and hospitality work, just to kind of tie me over. Yeah, I'm exhausted from the waitressing, but yeah. And I'm sure that I probably have still a lot of things that I need to heal. I'm probably under earning. I've got 2 degrees. I've got a lot of experience. I probably could be making more money than being a waitress. But I'm doing it out of fear and desperation, I think. And I'm kind of enjoying it. But yeah, that's where I'm at. What else can I tell you? How I built my credit score back up. Just living below my means. Had to cut out all of my bad habits like vaping, drinking alcohol, going out. I don't eat any takeaways. I eat out at a restaurant once a week maximum. So I don't allow myself to eat out all the time. I like spending money on gifts. So that's something I don't like to cut back on because I love buying people presents. But sometimes I have to think, okay, how much can I really afford? And I have to spend a bit less than I'd like to. I don't get my nails done anymore. I get my mum to cut my hair. Where I live, I've got another video that I live with a lady with dementia through a share care scheme. And so I get super low rent, all bills included, massively blessed, living in Imperial Wharf, which is next to Chelsea, Riverside in London. It's a gorgeous place to live. So I'm so blessed, and I've got a beautiful garden out there with an olive tree that's private for me, and yeah, I'm really blessed in that regard. How else do I save? I eat a really strict diet. I'm vegan at the moment, cheaper, beans and soy, cheap. What else do I cut back on? Even though I really want a new iPhone, this one's paid off, so I don't have to pay anything for it apart from £10 a month on insurance and £10 a month on Apple Pay. And £10 a month on, I do pay as you go, unlimited. It's £10 a month on Leica Mobile. Unlimited data, easy, cheap. How else do I save money? I don't have like loads and loads of clothes, and I have a one in, one out policy in my wardrobe. So if I want a new coat and there's not room in my wardrobe, I'll put a coat on Vinted. So it's like, I'll tell myself I can buy something new once I've sold and made a little space for it in my wardrobe, and it just makes the whole process more special and meaningful. So I do that. I also have a capsule wardrobe, so I don't really wear any patterns or anything too, like I try to keep it quite basic just so that things go together and I can stay quite minimalistic. I have a 24-hour policy where if I think that I want something, I don't impulse buy on the spot. I write it down and give myself 24 hours to decide if I really want or need that thing. And I didn't do that with the tops this morning, and I should have, because look, I was rushing and they're probably not going to come on time, so I probably just wasted my money, and I didn't give it that 24-hour waiting period where I could have just left it in my basket, meditated on it, and just thought, do I really need this thing? So yeah, giving up sugar, giving up nicotine, giving up caffeine, giving up milk, and any kind of milk. I mean, like even oat milk. I have it with my breakfast, but I don't have it in coffee, so I'm not constantly, because coffees are so nice, right, with milk. You have your matcha lattes, you have everything from Starbucks, and it's quite easy to stop at these coffee shops in London. So I decided I only drink black decaf, and it doesn't taste nice really, so I'm not always seeking to buy one. I just have one when necessary, when with friends meeting for coffee, or hopefully dates soon. I really want to start dating, and this is something I'm fearful about, spending money on dates, because I don't want to waste a bunch of money on dating with guys that I'm never going to see again. And we have this whole like 50-50 bill split thing now, which I don't like. It icks me. So now it's spring though, I'm hoping guys will meet me in the park and just go for a walk or do video calls. I'm definitely gonna vet guys that I'm gonna potentially date on video calls before I meet them, just to cut that. Because then if we get to know each other over the phone and through video, then I'll know, okay, I do like this guy, I'm probably gonna see him again, so I'll be happy to spend a bit of money on the date. So yeah, but it's got to be weighed and measured and carefully. Another thing I do is, so I've got my note, got my notepad here. So every time I spend something, when I'm out, I put it in my notes, and then on every week, I put it in here. So I'll have like Sunday the 5th of January spends, and then I divide it into travel, groceries, drink out, health, entertainment, spiritual, beauty, gifts, groceries, phone, and socializing. And then I will like tally it up, and then some examples. Yeah, and then I'll write how much I've spent that week. So it usually goes between like 400, 300, I think it went up to 500 this week, 600. Makes me feel a bit sick. But when because that's not including rent or anything. But when you write it all down and you look, like I'd look at this and think, okay, I've spent £150 in a week on travel. Why is that? And like this week I've been spending more on Ubers because I'm burnt out and I'm tired, and I shouldn't be burnt out and tired because something in my life isn't working properly. I've not been doing my meditation, I've not been slowing down, and I'm making silly mistakes and spending more money than I need to. So it's just, once things are down on paper, you can see where you're going wrong. And that's why I stopped vaping, because I was spending £150 a week on vaping. It literally made me feel sick. So yeah, it's so good to just look at what you're spending. And also like to see where you're not spending enough, because say you're spending a lot of money on gifts and groceries and the house, and travel, but you haven't eaten out that week, or you haven't spent any money on beauty or clothes, then you should probably think about treating yourself. So it's not just to kind of look at it negatively, it's to make sure that you're spending, you know, you're balancing things in your life. Just the last thing I'm going to touch on is a student loan, because I know that some people fear going to uni because they don't want the big student loan. Honestly, I don't notice that loan. It comes out as a percentage on what you earn. So I've never noticed that being taken off. Maybe I should look into it. I don't know. But I'm so glad that I did 2 degrees and I don't notice the money going out of my account, to be honest. So I wouldn't say that I regret doing that. Have the degrees helped me? Yeah, I think a lot. Definitely learning about life and coming from a family that didn't go to university and struggled with money. I think I've learned so much, and I've probably got jobs that I wouldn't have got without a degree. So it's definitely helped. Things that I want to manifest in the next year. So I made a manifestation board last January, a year ago, and a lot of the things haven't really manifested, but they kind of have. Like, I manifested a flat in Marylebone, and now I'm working at a restaurant in Marylebone. So I'm around it, and I feel like the universe is saying, okay, you're getting a bit closer, you know, giving me signs. And I really wanted a dog this year, but that hasn't happened. And I wanted to live on completely on my own for the first time ever, with a little dog and a job that I can do from home, and just like make YouTube videos all the time and work on my female events business full time. I'm not there yet. And I accept that. I accept where I'm at. But I would really like a dog. I would really love my own place, like a 2-bedroom flat, so that I can have friends and family to come and stay with me in London. That would just be a dream. I'd like to invest on a new style. I really want to start expressing myself through fashion more, and I also want to learn how to sew and make clothes, because I'm really artistic and I have such a good vision on how I want to dress and express myself, and also clothes that I want to create for other people. I just need the money to do that. And what else? Yeah, I want a new phone, because I've got iPhone 11, I think, and it's really sticky. It's slow and sticky. I want a decent camera. I only want to eat organically. I'd really like a PT, because I cannot motivate myself to work out, and I need to start weightlifting apparently. Because I haven't had a period for 3 months, and I think it's because I'm so stressed. A lot of it is financial stress as well, that my periods are just like, I need to relax to be able to get back into my menstrual flow. I've had ultrasound checks and everything. I'm completely fine and healthy. It's just my body's in a state of stress from not having a job. And I want to invest in my skincare and yeah, just eat super healthy and organically. And yeah, as I say, I'm not materialistic. I know that God will provide as long as I trust in Him and put Him first. And I'm not saying I need these things, but I would like these things. And I just hope that I've read a lot of books on, you know, Think and Grow Rich, all of the obvious ones, but I do want to start learning more about investing. I know a lot about property because I've worked in the property sector for 7 years now, so I know how to invest in property. But I want to learn about investing in crypto and Bitcoin, and my pension part is being invested by some cool companies, some corporate companies, and I watch that going up. So yeah, I think I just need to keep working on my limiting beliefs, start making more money, start earning more money, keep learning about money, and keep being generous and keep taking care of myself, but also not going crazy on the spending. So yeah, there's a bit about my money anxiety. If you can relate, drop me a comment. If you have any tips for me, I would be so grateful. So grateful. I'd really like to be financially free and quit the 9 to 5. So if you've done that and you have experience, please tell me how. Because there's so many scams out there that it's hard to know who to believe, but I feel like the people coming to my channel are like super genuine, lovely people. So thank you for your support so far and commenting and giving me great advice on all my other videos. I'm so grateful and I love you lots. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you.